Oh, that's loud. First two only, Vin, if that's okay, and then we'll go around the room. And if people could hoist hands so we can get the mics through, that would be fantastic. Vin.
Jurgen, the good news we saw Fabinho and Joe Gomez training. The bad news, there was no Thiago out there. So how serious is the injury? We're taking it as a bad sign at the minute. What chance has he got of playing on Saturday?
I only met him now inside. A good chance. So he will be training this afternoon. He did some stuff this morning. Was not planned that he's doing this session with the players. And in a moment, it looks like he can be part of training tomorrow. That would be pretty helpful, obviously. And then we go from there. So it's surprisingly good. Then after the game, I was not really positive about it, but we got news then at night already. Doesn't look that bad. And from there we went, and now we will see. But it's I can imagine that there were things now 3 days before a game, cannot train. Yeah, but we just have to be sure that we do the right stuff in the right moment, and that's what we try.
Congratulations on your Manager of the Year awards as well.
Thank you.
Given the way Sunday went, what job have you had to do, though, as the manager, to pick the players up once again? Is it similar to 2019 or different because Sunday was that bit more dramatic?
It's different and not different because, at the same time, because on Sunday it was harder, but just because of the script. The story of the match day. So if City would have been 3-0 up after 12 minutes, and then it's a completely normal situation, what you could expect and these kind of things. But with being 2-0 down, the typical drama, we are kind of involved, and us obviously struggling to score the second goal. And that made it then directly after the game, obviously slightly harder. But since then, it's all the same. We are met this morning again. Obviously, we are all in a good mood. Life is like this. If you are healthy, what the boys obviously are, life gives you opportunities again and again. And in this case, it's a Champions League final. So we see that nobody feels the pain from Sunday anymore. We are really just looking forward to this game against an incredibly strong opponent, most experienced opponent you can probably get in this competition, but we are really looking forward.
Obviously, outside of the club, it'll be regarded as a great season if you're able to add the European Cup. I know you will look at it as a great season anyway because of the levels that you've reached this season, but what is your message to the players to effectively go out and grasp this opportunity now?
No, it would be without the Champions League final would be a great season. With the Champions League, winning the Champions League would be a fantastic season, easy as that. So there are still levels. That's absolutely fine. We don't think because we won our two competitions and were close in the third competition that this, we wouldn't care about that. That's of course not the case. No. It's you never know how often you will reach a Champions League final. You better use the few opportunities you get. So for us, it's now really special. The third time in the last 5 years. That's really special with this group, and we obviously had all downs and ups in our own Champions League history, and we will face the team. So we were in the last 5 years 3 times there. I don't know exactly the number, but Real Madrid in the last 10 years won it probably 5 times or at least 4 times. So that makes it really special. So that's how I said. And a lot of these players were always involved in these kind of games. So it will be a great game. I really think the world will be red or white on this match day, and that's exactly how it should be. It's real. Historically, 2 teams were always strong in this competition, and now in the presence as well, which is a good sign. Competing with this kind of calibers is the best thing you can do. But obviously we are not going there just to be part of, that's clear. But anyway, to be 100% honest, I can't wait to go there. And not because I think, it's Real Madrid, let kick them or whatever, not at all. I know how difficult it will be. It's just having the chance to go again for it is really special.
Thank you. BBC Merseyside, we'll go across there, and then we'll go to the lady there who sat behind Chris McKenna on the TV.
Hi Jurgen. 5 of the last 6 games you conceded first, but your team has come back to get results. You can't really do that against the Real Madrid side because they can make 1-0 into 2-0 into 3-0, can't they?
Yeah, we never won it in the other games, but So it's really interesting. So you prepare, obviously, game or press conference completely different to what I do. I would never pick out a negative thing and start from that point, or go in a meeting and tell the boys, 5 times in the last 6 games we conceded the first goal. That's like, you want to have it again. If you want to have it again, you start talking like this. So maybe you can learn that for life. Use it for private life, not for press conferences, okay. But it's, I couldn't care less. It's about, the situation was incredibly tricky. You cannot compare this situation, which we had. We played in, each game we played was a final for us. In each game we had to make plenty of changes. We had to find our feet a little bit in different games. But okay, you change a lot, and then first chance of the opponent is a goal, and then you have to strike back. We could have scored first in most of these games. Didn't happen, but we stayed on track. It says much more how we reacted on a setback, and a setback can be a goal, must not be a goal, but can be a goal, and how we react on that. That prepares you for the big games, and that's, if we want, well, these games probably the best preparation we could get for this final. It's not about not conceding the first, it's about reacting on all the things what happen in a game, because you think a Champions League final will arrive and it will just go your way. That's really naive. Just not, was not never the case, will not be the case. This time it's just it's a constant reaction of the things what happen, the things happening in a final. Can be good things, and then you have to do it again. Can be bad things, and you have to try to get momentum back. All these kind of things. It's a really long game, potentially 120 minutes. I don't know, but you need to stay on track whatever happens, and that's what the boys did in these games. It is last 6 games, obviously, or 5 games where we won it down, and that's the only thing I'm interested in.
Carlo Ancelotti, he's been successful for so long, hasn't he? The longevity. He's brilliant, isn't he? So how highly would you rate him as a competitor?
I'm sure my English is not good enough to find a word exactly for that. He's for sure. What Carlo is for me, he's obviously one of the most successful managers in the world, but he's a role model, really. In the way how he deals with all the success. He's one of the best people you can ever meet. I think everybody would tell you that. It's just, he's a fantastic company, a really nice guy, and we have a really good relationship. It got a bit of a break when he was at Everton, because we both respect this part of the business too much, as we would have gone out for dinner a couple of times. We didn't do that at all. But the respect for him from my side couldn't be bigger. He's incredible. He's pure experience, and yeah, very, very, very successful. I'm not sure he won everywhere, everything, and will never stop. So I really respect that, but that doesn't mean anything for this particular game, obviously.
Thank you. We'll go to the lady from the television there, and then I think we try and get the microphone to ITV at the back, and then down to Carl Markham. You next, yes.
Hi, I'm
Hi.
from Greece, Elena Papadopoulou.
From Greece.
In all previous finals, there was great pressure on the team and perhaps on you, and it were even a funny situation about any conversation about either you were a loser or a winner. Now that you have won it, is it finally the final you can enjoy? Are the feelings different?
Oh, yeah, I can tell you it's different, definitely. So it's nicer that I don't have to talk about today about the last 6 finals I lost or whatever. It's really much nicer. But it's part of my story. I cannot change that. So with all the finals we played before, and it was only one Champions League final, but a lot of other finals, obviously, as well. For me, I mean it, the journey is as important. Qualify for a finalist in all sports in the world, incredibly big. But in the end, there can be only one winner, and you have to be ready for that. And maybe you have to learn that, and maybe I had to learn a bit harder, a bit longer. Maybe I needed to prepare the teams better, whatever. Sometimes you need luck. Well, let me say it like this. You always need luck. We didn't always have luck. That's true as well. But yes, it's a massive difference that we won it already. But we face a team who won it, majority of this team probably 3 times. Toni Kroos, I think, won it 3 times already. Probably Luka Modric as well, Casemiro as well. So some Benzema for sure. So these kind of things. So if we are now in a better place, what are they then? That's a massive advantage. Then they won already 3 times. Doesn't mean they will be a bit softer. I couldn't see that in the semi-final. I couldn't see that in the quarter-final. I couldn't see that in the last 16. So they are obviously the desire is on a maximum level from their side, and will be on a maximum level from our side. But it feels better to know you have won it already than you never won it before.
Okay, we'll go to ITV. Then if we can have the microphone down to Carl Markham, and then after ITV we'll go to the Anfield Wrap. Yes.
Hi, Jurgen. Would you have any extra motivation after what happened in 2018 against Real Madrid?
No. It's clear, so that this was a harsh night for us. It was really tough to take. The circumstances, the way the goal, we conceded the goals, the injury of Mo, of course. A lot of things happened that night. We came there a little bit on three wheels, if that makes sense. Like it was a long season as well. That's how it always is when you play a Champions League final before. And players came back just in time to make it to the final. So then when we had to change, we couldn't replace Mo 1-1. So that was the story of that Champions League year, if you want. And I don't believe in revenge. I don't think you, but I understand it as well. So it's not I just but don't believe. I don't think if you ever heard that revenge is a fantastic idea. So, oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, but we also, I understand it, but I'm not sure it's the right thing to do. And for us, I understand that what Mo said, that he said, I want to put it right. I want to put it right. In Germany, we say you always meet twice in life. So, and that sounds more as a threat than it actually is. It's just like behave better in the first moment, because if you meet again, yeah, you will get the reception. And don't say, or the reaction. So it's all fine between me and us and Real Madrid. It's a football game on the highest level. And if whoever thinks it's a good idea to give us the opportunity to win it this time, I think it would be a great story. But it will not happen, because what happened in 2018 just will happen if we make the right decisions on a pitch, and I hope we can do that.
And just one more, if I may. Sir Alex Ferguson, the last manager to win 2 Champions Leagues with an English team. What would it mean for you to follow that and for you to win a second Champions League?
Oh, my reputation, I couldn't care less. Honestly, I forget these things as quick as they happen, and it's absolutely fine. It's not. I will not win a Champions League, no chance. If then the boys will sort that for all of us. It would be great if we could do that. It's an incredible time we are in. We know 3 times in 5 years is exceptional. If we could do that again, it would mean 6 times in 10 years, which is obviously ridiculous. This competition is really difficult. It's really, really difficult. And we did it now the 3rd time, really special. And we really want to give it a go, a proper go, and then we will see.
We go to Carl Markham for one, then we'll go to, if we can get the microphone to give out at the back there, that'd be great. Thank you very much.
Hi again. After Saturday, you will have 5 players who are in the last 12 months of their contract. I'm just wondering, does the result of the final have any bearing, do you think, on their futures from their point of view or from the club's point of view?
No. Not at all. What do you mean? If we win it, then they want to go. If we don't, or they want to go now, or
I'm not too sure what players think, but they think, you know.
We are in talks with all the players. It's just not a moment to talk about the results of these talks. So, but it's not. None of them is sitting there and has no idea what we are planning, what we are doing, all these kind of things. No. So it is all clear.
Has reaching the final not interfered, but, you know, affected thinking or talking about their future?
No, that would mean that we need to have negative talks. No. It's just not the time. It's like we play every 3 days. You ask the players, no. The players have this idea, we have this idea. Sometimes they match immediately, sometimes not, and then you work together. We know each other for ages, so it's all fine.
So maybe the last couple, we'll wrap it up. So we'll come to you, James, but Gibbo first, and then Rory, and then James, and that probably will call it there. Yes.
First of all, thanks for waiting till we can travel freely before getting to another final. We all appreciate that. Obviously, there won't be as many Liverpool fans as we'd all like in there, but we know when you go out on Saturday, you'll see a sea of red. It's been 2 finals already this season, but the European ones are extra special. What a boost is it for you guys, the players, when you come out to see so much of the stadium, you know, is red behind you?
It's the best I can imagine. I had no idea how much I loved the Carabao Cup final until we played it. was an exceptional occasion. I loved each second of it. I think it was an absolutely exceptional game. It was 120 minutes, up and down, both teams really high level. Not a lot of goals, obviously, until we started shooting the penalties, and then we saw a lot of goals, too many actually. Same with the FA Cup final. It's absolutely, I love this kind of two colors. It's absolutely great. I think in this specific moment now, because the Champions League final, I really think the world is either white or red on that particular day, because I think there are some people, obviously, they don't like us too much, and they then will support Real Madrid, and there are some people who don't like Madrid too much, and they will support us, and all the rest is anyway on our side, let me say like this, and that's really that's really cool. It gives you a massive boost. It shows the importance of the game. As much as we love, or how much we love playing at Anfield, you see hopefully with the performances. So that's the best thing you can have. Like 90% of the supporters are on your side. In a final, it's 50%. That's the best you can get in an away game. I can't wait to see that.
Cheers. Yes, Rory from the New York Times.
Hi.
And James Pearce to finish. Yeah.
Jurgen, just wondering, I don't know how much
Where are we?
I'm here.
Oh,
Hello.
sorry.
Don't know how much of Real's run to the final that you've seen, or how much you've kind of watched it back in the last couple of days.
Which final?
This one. Their run to this. Their run to this
Their run
final.
to this final. Now I have it. Okay. Yeah.
It's been quite dramatic. What does your analysis say about a team that seems to kind of just conjure stuff almost from nowhere? Like, how do you prepare for that? How do you simulate it? How do you begin to work out how you're going to react to it?
There are different aspects of an analyze, obviously. So if you now would take only the last 10 minutes of all the last knockout stages they had, then would say, okay, they're pretty much unbeatable, clear, no chance. So because the comebacks they had are really special, really special. But these games were all longer than only these last 10 minutes, and obviously they had to come back in moments. That's just like it is. So the other team were in the lead. I think when you remember the PSG game, there were a lot of chances PSG missed, which they usually use. But Madrid kept the door open, or PSG in this moment left the door open, maybe hits it more. But one is for sure, this team is full of experience. They know exactly how to approach a game, especially a final. We felt that harshly in 2018 final, that they had a massive advantage that night to us. That was clear. Since then, we gained a lot of experience ourselves, which is very helpful. So the team is you can see in all situations that they are full of confidence. In the 1-1 situations with the ball, really, everybody's so calm on the ball, really relaxed here and there. The way they build up is very confident, technically highest level, not overly complicated, but that's good for them because football is not that complicated. They bring the right players in the right positions. In the end, when they get up front, different opportunities. The speed from the wingers, the flexibility and the presence from Benzema, these kind of things. So that's pretty much what they do in a game. And then if they have to, they could now 3 times really strike back in a spectacular way. But these kind of things are not guaranteed. So it's not that I have to mention it now constantly and say, by the way, if we are not 4-0 up, 10 minutes to go, then they will definitely score 5 goals. So it's not like this. It's just clear they are able to do special stuff, and that's what we knew anyway. So it's like this, and analyze like this. You have to make sure that my boys, know how good they are. If we let them do this, and this, and we have to show them what we can do, that they cannot show how good they are in this, and this situation. And their finishing skills, like not finishing in the sense of scoring goals, but finishing games off, are obviously pretty impressive. It's all clear. But we are not here by any kind of magic. It's not that we are, oh my God, how did we get in the Champions League final? We deserve this as well. And the boys played, my boys played a sensational group phase. First time, I heard now, didn't know it, first time an English team won all 6 games in a group stage, which is absolutely exceptional in the group of death, how you probably named it as well. And then we had hard moments to come over. Again, the away games were absolutely exceptional. It's pretty special that everybody speaks, and rightly so, about our European nights at Anfield. But this year, we sorted the knockout stages away and brought it over the line at home somehow. And that's pretty special as well. That just shows we as well have different ways to win football games. That's not only one way. And I really want to focus on us with all respect to Real Madrid and Carlo Ancelotti. I know how good they are, but they cannot go in the game and just constantly talk and think about Real Madrid as they are in this last 10 minutes or 5 minutes against Man City.
2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes. If that would be our opponent for 90 minutes, that would be really tricky. But thank God, there are 88 more minutes, and we have to make sure that we get the game in the right direction over the full 95.
James is going to finish. Apologies, we can't get around everybody, but this is a exceedingly long day, media-wise. Yeah, still more to come. Yeah, the microphone's coming, James, if you can just hold fire. Thank you. This is concluding it, guys. Okay.
Hi, Jurgen. Back in 2019, you had 3 weeks to prepare between the end of the Premier League season and the Champions League Final. You had a training camp in Spain, a friendly, and obviously the concern then was rhythm, because there'd been a big gap. Obviously, this time around, it's a very different dynamic with the quick turnaround. How different is that when you're trying to prepare a team for a big final, and is that a positive or a negative, the fact that it is a much shorter gap this time?
Massive difference, absolutely massive difference, but not a problem, because we know it. I think 2016, when we played the European League Final, that was, I think, 3 days after last match day. That's a problem. So definitely. After the season was similarly long, I'm pretty sure. 63 games as well, probably. Really crazy. And so that's a problem. But a week is great. So we had 2 days off where the boys could do, not all of us, some players had to do this and that, but the players who played now all the time had 2 days off. And we met this morning again, because that's how we try to do it the whole season through, that we really try to give the boys as many days at home as possible in an incredibly tight, intense schedule. And now we are here, and we are fresh, and we are full of excitement about the opportunity and these kind of things. So 3 weeks is actually too long, but we used it well because we knew it. If you qualify for it, then you have 3 weeks, so you plan it and everything is fine. I think that time we made 5-6 days off. We gave the boys a week off, and then we had 2 weeks to prepare the final. We did that and it was fine. And this time, yeah, we don't have that much time. That's good as well. Now we know it. We did what we wanted to do today, and we do what we want to do tomorrow and on Friday at Paris, and then we will be ready. So everything around 6-7 days is absolutely fine. Lesser is not so cool, but that's what you have to take. How you get it, that's obviously the case. No, all good.
Thank you so much, everyone. I think we'll go out that door, so we've got to go that way.
We go there?
Yes, we'll go that way.
I'm still interviews.
Look at you.
Can't believe.